Hello. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just mining some ore here on the surface of Mars. Welcome back to Starfield once more after our latest endeavors into the tunnels. I am right now collecting materials that we will definitely need for some crafting. And the surface of Mars is full of that. We also, well, have a lot of interesting points that we can scan. That is also something that you can do in your pastime. There's a rock over there that might actually be something. I think this is the deep mining facility. Yep, absolutely right. I'm just going along here. I mean, it's the middle of the night right now, so it's probably not the best idea going out there hunting, but ore is always a possibility. Lead, I think we do need quite often, as I've seen it in the crafting tables now coming up. And I think we can also then just go ahead and mine it in space as well, on the spaceship. That would be another thing that we should probably learn rather sooner than later. Let's just collect this one here. And yeah, we're actually in the middle of a very important quest. Meet Hadrian at the 6th Circle together with our Dr. Walker. That would be my next task. I really would like to figure out though what's that, well, steamy pile over there is. Probably something important. Might also just be nothing. No, it's nothing that we can scan. Ooh, it's radioactive though, so we probably should get out of it. Unfortunately, I cannot scan this one. Would have been amazing. We could also, well, plant an outpost here. For that, I would like to do a bit more surveying though of the area where we do have lots of materials, right? Because here, there's not that much materials really popping up, right? It's just really lead that we have. It's the only material really that I can find. Pitiful outcome here if I continue like that. Now, we can actually have a look at my mission target over there. And the cool thing is, if I select it, and, oh, we are carrying too much. I should probably get rid of something. Now, the cool thing is I can just click on it. And if it works, it should be working. Oh, there it is. Yeah, and fast travel to the location. And yeah, there we are then again, once more. In this mining base. It was really interesting to just have a look around. And this is actually the mining site right away. So you get out of the elevator and you ride on mining ground. Like this. Pretty cool. Alright, so let's get over there. Because Walker actually walked ahead.
Careful. Low gravity means one wrong step and you could go flying.
I haven't noticed low gravity yet. Oh, this is the meeting place.
The abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble.
A little more gunfire than I usually like on my delivery jobs, but nothing I couldn't manage.
That's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on 2 conditions. 1, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And 2, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us.
What's the Cabinet?
The Cabinet's the UC's highest governing body. The President, top military brass, scientific and diplomatic division heads. Any major decision the UC makes goes through them. They're the only real chance we've got of unlocking the archives. So without their blessing, we're flying blind.
Alright, if you only need someone to charm some higher ups, I'm your guy.
Well, that's about the best news I've had all day. But before you commit, I want to make sure you know the whole story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done.
I actually know who you are and your past well. That's none of my concern.
Oh, well, that means a lot. It's not something I'm exactly proud of. But it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it.
Okay, then let's go talk with the cabinet, right? Not thrilled about you keeping information from me, but I guess I can help you. Nah, that's fine.
All right.
I'm not that.
I'm gonna go get this work up into the cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
Alright, another quest finished. 4,800 credits, that's quite a bit.
Traffic.
And with that, we've also started the Eyewitness mission with Adrian in New Atlantis. We need to meet up.
I'm just gonna wait until that drug.
I wonder why I'm still the only one wearing a spacesuit. Isn't there an option that kind of like gets rid of that? Alright, while we do some other stuff, so Eyewitness I'm probably going to keep on hold for now. We're going with Mantis, read the secret outpost slate. So I found a note about a secret outpost on a dead spacer. Might be worth a read. Let's have a look at that. I think it is this one here. Screw that. There is a secret outpost we're trying to crack. Once in a lifetime opportunity. You will regret it for the rest of your life if you don't get your ass over here. And that's the same thing. That was the secret outpost. Is that it? Yep. Go to the secret outpost at the Nebula. This is another planet, it seems. Because I'm up for some exploration. So back in the star map, I just realized, of course, with Mars we're in the Sol system, and of course the Sol system is pretty interesting because it has the planets we know, and of course it also has Earth somewhere over there it is, right? And I would probably like to see how Earth is looking from orbit, because I don't think we can land on it really, but definitely something bad happened there. So I think the atmosphere vanished, right? There's no scan available for now. There's also Luna right over there. There's a scientist outpost that we could go with. But I think let's actually set a course for Earth at the moment. And there we are already. That was rather quick. And yep, it's not the Earth that we know of. Rather, that destroyed planet. And I can't wait to find out what's the secret here. What happened really after the loss of atmosphere. Or what led to it, right? And I think this is where the main story also comes into play then. Cool stuff so far. Let's just have a look as well. We can actually also have a scanner in space. With that we have all the surrounding area here, right? There is also the nebula that we need then for our second mission here now, for the side mission. There's also then stuff that we perhaps can scan something around here, but it seems like there's just debris really. Yeah. Just debris and stuff like that. Let's have a look at the nebula over there. It is, and I think we can then just really go for it, right? There's the mission. And jump over. It's that easy. Alright, actually it's not, because the nebula is 5 systems away over there. So it's an unexplored route and we don't have the fuel for it, right? So we would need to go to Alpha Centauri, Olympus, Vol. And I think I'm not doing the seed now for a side mission. So we are eventually probably going to get over there. So we can also just have a look at the scope of our surrounding there, right? So of course the game is pretty huge when it comes to all the star systems. And we're still in the Sol system for the moment. The cool thing is, also in the middle of space, I can just leave my cockpit and have a look on my ship. And I think we should have a look at the crafting stations there for a moment. Because we probably can actually do something. Oh, hello Sarah, she's sleeping right now. Not very private looking. So I wonder if we can do some research here. Or what we would need for that. Helmet mods? No, we really don't have anything. We would need bread and spice for these foods. Or, oh yeah. We don't have a single resource of any kind, so probably need to figure out how we get it. I think from salvaging stuff. Another pastime activity that we can do is actually go for some asteroid mining. So over here we are in the orbit of what is running of Saturn. And there is of course a lot of asteroids. And we can actually just shoot them. And then there is a shipping crate left behind. Or something of the kind that gives me then some materials. In that case here there was a crate that we can then probably use. So let's have a look at that. We got the resources of course. And then I think it's gone. It should have been a shipping container of some sorts. Or is it has it been unlocked then or unloaded then right away? It seems like it. Containers. The helmets, the packs, the spacesuits, my weapons. I think it's been, yeah. It's been then actually just unloaded right away, so we can have a look at this one there again. Just shoot it really, and then there is once again one of these. There's some water and liquids in it, right? And this way we can actually get also some rare materials that I'm probably going to need at some point or something. Until at least we get attacked, of course. Some water once more. And I guess also we could then scan it in the surroundings. So we are in Dione right now, a moon of Saturn, which is looking fantastic really. And we can scan the planet. Or the moon here. It's an extreme environment. It has ice type, so the surrounding is also full of water. And it's deep freeze state, right? And we can also see the resources that we have on here, like silver, lead, and water. So this is all rather common stuff. And we can then go onto that planet here, so we can actually land wherever we want. Let's actually do this and land on this moon. I think that's pretty interesting. So you can do this with any kind of moon or rocky formation that you have. Of course, on gas planets, it's not really possible. But on something like this, it's possible. And this is really pure exploration. Looking at those moons. Of course, it's a barren wasteland where we're probably going to land right now. It is, as we can see. And it only has really silver that would be interesting for us. It's still interesting, right? There's Saturn. Beautiful. And we're right on here. And we can then have a look around. And there's actually an unknown structure over there. Alright, there is actually something. I did not expect that even. There's also an unknown point of interest over in this direction. Unfortunately, we do not... Oh, and this is much closer, so let's have a look at that. There is no vehicles that we can use, unfortunately. So we would have to go there by foot. But okay, that's the price of exploration, I guess. There also seems to be some geothermal activities over here as well on this moon. Unfortunately, I will not really be able to use my miner here. So let's have a look at that structure. Right, seems rather empty. Abandoned biochem laboratory. It actually goes down there too. Requires computer skill. This is all very ominous. There definitely has to be some pirates in here. Or a monster at least. So there's no loot up here, so let's go actually down there. Whoa, and of course there's no gravity really. Very little. There's actually something we can scan. No, it's not really something.
Big mistake.
Just some grubs. Lots of them. And corpses. Frozen corpses. Oh, at least I have nutrients. Something that we probably can cook. There's a computer. Perhaps you can open up something. I don't think so. Lots of lockers. Oh, there's something in there though. Perhaps we can open this. Very good. Credits and a cola. Thank you very much. Shotgun shell and a shotgun. Let's take it. Even though I think we are encumbered again. Yep. Oh, and this seems like a dungeon.
How'd you even find this place? 90% of the facility is underground.
Buddy I know works at a star
Yeah,
station.
and there's pirates.
Found this place.
Indeed. I love this! We just landed on the moon. We really didn't know what to expect, and there's this secret laboratory all of a sudden. Another axe. We really don't need more axes. Oh, there is actually a nice item. Legendary melee. Deals double damage against full health targets. Oh, you didn't need to explode.
You're gonna get yourself killed.
Watch my back.
Oh, I'm frozen. Unfortunately, this seems like a dead end. There's still lots more pirates. Holy cow. Ah, and there's mines on the ground too. Right, unfortunately there is no map of some sort, so we really just have to keep in mind where we are right now and where we need to go. We barely have lost health so far. Great thing. Oh, there's a computer. Oh no, we also need to have expert hacking skills for this one. I think Sarah is in for the big fight there right now. Alright, I guess we should stop walking for a while because we have amassed a bit too much CO2 and O2 was low, so it's regenerating right now. That happens when we are encumbered, so we might of course also just throw some of the crappy stuff that we found, like the rescue axe. I really don't need that. And it's very heavy, right? Stuff like that. There's the titanium rib shank. I mean, let's give it a try here and have a look at it then. So of course we can then just model it. This is a legendary laser rifle. I think we don't have any rounds though for it, or very little. Bashing Grendel. This is something we can also put on the quick menu there, just in case. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. And also up there. Very good. Level 7. Hooray. I think we have 2 skill points again that we could use. Oh, and that's actually some really powerful foes there. And I think we could actually use the heart upgrade. This gives me a temporary boost to my health.
Let's do this.
I don't think I have a grenade of some sorts anymore. I really should get more of that stuff at some point. There is, I think that's the boss then here, right? This one there. No, not this one. The other fella. Don't die on me, Sarah, please. Yeah, it's that darn turret up there too. I would love to get in there, but unfortunately it's the turret up there. Very good. Now we can enter. Oh, she actually has the same thing planned. I just love it how they're on the ground when they're dying. I mean, he's just crawling around. He still had health.
Keep your head down.
Right, I think that's all of them in this room. And a rare shotgun. Combat knife, some credits. And some credits, a digipack. Pirate raiding pack, black leather jumpsuit. Let's take this with us. Right, so these were the bosses for sure. Oh, security pack rare.
This is quite a find.
Lots of credits. Adaptive frame. Silver chlorine. So there's some interesting materials. A weapon case. With a pistol. What is that? A computer. Unlock door. Done. Alright, I think that was the door outside, right? Some shells. Ammunition. That's the outside, I think. Yep. So that was this dungeon here. Very interesting. Very nice surprise that we find this just on a moon somewhere. Out here. And this is where we try to enter, right? Let's just have a quick look at our loot that we got out there. The personal coachman, a rare shotgun. Definitely going to take this with me. The filtered UC pack is a basic boost pack. It's basically worse in every aspect except the oxygen consumption. That's nice. And the black leather jumpsuit. Just nice looking overall. And silver, of course. That is something that we need. It might also worth be using some of those skill points we earned. I would really like to go for more carrying capacity, because this is one of the most limiting factors we have right now, and this is increasing it by another 15 kilograms on top of this. Let's go ahead and unlock that. And for the next one we do probably need to do the challenge again, sprint 2,500 meters while at 75% or more maximum load capacity. There is also some stealth then, so we could go into stealth. More oxygen, unharmed. I would like to go for some hacking skills if that is possible at all. We probably would need to find that, because I've been in this situation now quite a few times that we were locked by that. There's also scanning, geology, med packs, research methods, surveying, tech, security. Yeah, this is actually going into hacking then, security. You can attempt to hack advanced locks and 2 auto attempts can be banked. Let's go ahead with this, because I would really like to hack a few times if possible. We could also increase our health, but I think I'm going to keep that a skill point on reserve. I always like to have at least one on reserve, just in case we do need it for probably some story mission or something, and there's a skill all of a sudden that we don't have yet, and we can unlock it then with that. Right, that seems good. Let's get back to my ship. Another cool thing is, and I'm not done with the Sol system yet, let's actually go ahead and go to Titan, the moon of Saturn. There is actually a new homestead. I think this is a base that we have over there. And there's also lots of interesting materials. So let's set the course for Titan.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband. And we're done. Feel free to land.
Right, there's the scan, the occasional one. And there's then also Titan now, right in front of us. Of course, once again, we can land anywhere we want, really. We could also take the points of interest that we have, like this new homestead there. And I think this is a base that we can, like a normal city, that we probably can just use. And there we are on Titan. I always wanted to be on Titan.
Welcome to New Homestead. Please make your way to the building at the end of the path and down into the colony below. Stay safe and enjoy your visit.
Another interesting thing is you can actually load items to your companion. So Sarah is carrying some of my weapons right now because we were encumbered, and this helps a bit. And we don't need to throw away so many things all the time.
This type of settlement is a museum. Might be worth a look around.
So there you go. A base on Titan.
I could really go for some of Anya's cooking over the mountain.
There's a scanner. Can I scan this? I could loot it. Yeah, I can actually loot it. A plant. So this seems like a greenhouse of some sorts, with a beautiful view outside.
We Titans are hardy people. You'd have to be to live in a place like this. We get a lot of tourists out this way, but most of them aren't so bold as to strike up conversations with us. What's your deal?
I'm just interested in how cultivation works.
You seem genuine enough. So what can I do for you?
Chat a little.
No worries. You have yourself a day now.
Okay, it doesn't seem to have anything for us.
I've heard about lots of other planets out there. Some of them sound pretty scary, though.
The elders say that preserving our tradition is so important, but I keep hearing such wonderful things about other worlds.
Lots of history here, if you're into that sort of thing.
Welcome to New Homestead.
Know about the methane harvesters before coming here.
The, Brown Horse Tavern, was it, huh? The food was better than I expected from a backwoods planet like this.
It has a quaint charm, doesn't it?
Just like the rest of New Homestead.
Well, I hope you'll come back and see us again sometime. And I hope you'll consider another Star Sap tour. Tell your friends.
We will. Thanks again.
We should get more tourists than we do these
It isn't like really a tourist tour at a tourist station. I mean, they're greenhousing here, cultivating plants on Titan. But I think there is no quest or something. It's just really interesting to see. Oh, there is a tavern
Ice mining
here.
operations are unusual, but if they're run properly, they can prove to be quite lucrative.
Welcome to the Brown Horse. Welcome, I'm Anya. Is this your first time with us at the Brown Horse Tavern?
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us. You're in for a real treat. We've got an assortment of food and drinks, some of which follow homemade recipes that have been passed down over hundreds of years. So, what can I do for you?
I'd like to see the menu, please.
Let me show you what we have.
Alright, we can purchase stuff. A bourbon. We get 8. It's just very low durations. But at least it's something. A veggie grinder. Let's purchase that. Thank you very much.
The locals pretty much... Only the tourists eat that junk. Oh, but he manages the chunks. I love him, but he's a bit of a fanatic about it. So long. Tell your friends about us.
I sure will. Lots of details. And there's a mine here again. There's a switch. Let's casually just, yeah, pull it. And then we're in a mine. It's oh yeah. Perhaps there's some materials. Water. Alright. We can just harvest this, right? Yep. It's the most common resource that we find on Titan. There's also titanium here, apparently, that we might harvest.
When this collection of shipping containers is all you have for permanent accommodations.
This is a very small mine. It's already the end of it again. Alright. After Titan, there is Venus. Also one of the more interesting planets, as it has an atmosphere and it's very close to the sun. So we can have a look around, we can scan it. I think we need to be in the orbit like now, and then we can, yeah, properly scan it from space. And we can see the materials where they are, right? So Venus would actually have been one of my first outpost locations that I would have chosen. So there's nickel here, lead, cobalt, and dysprosium, which is very legendary quality. And yeah, I think there is no base on Venus by the look of it. So we might just land anywhere we want to. And we can see that there is huge nickel deposits over there. It's a bit unclear here about these colors. Alright, so this would probably be then lead. But I haven't found nickel yet, so we might actually just land somewhere here and have a look down there into Venus. Once again, planet with extreme temperatures. 350 degrees right now. And yeah, as expected, lots of nickel that we could harvest then on the planet's surface, like this one here. And also once again, unknown structures, so I guess a base of some sorts. I can see myself getting lost here quite a bit just exploring the planets. Very interesting stuff. And I'm just going ahead now and I'm going to harvest me some nickel. And lead, it seems... Well, I thought we were actually in a nickel heavy field. But okay, I always can take some other materials as well. Oh, and cobalt, that is a new one. That we don't have yet. And we continue onwards here in the next episode. Probably with some questing again then. Or some exploration, we'll just see. Stay tuned!